number 2, but I've been playing for gold. The metal keep close range. I cleaned up, still dangerous. Can't change West Philly raised. Wake up, shot calling. Paid what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Got your stacks up, but you ain't got no rings, yeah. Got my stacks up, I'm living out my dreams, yeah. Stretch this condo, I can fit a limousine, yeah. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic. This be my tunnel music. Like cut that confetti, I'm running through it. Like play that whole lane, I'm running through it. And if they run at me, let my youngins do it. I just married, I'm honeymooning. I got hot on my own and ain't nothing coolin'. I don't punch in no clock, I sun and moonin'. I'm shot, bullet, proven, let it go. Wake up, shot calling. Paid what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Got your stacks up, but you ain't got no rings, yeah. Got my stacks up, I'm living out my dreams, yeah. Stretch this condo, I can fit a limousine, yeah. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic. I'm so iconic. Yeah, I'm so iconic. Yeah, they don't get it, but I got it. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic.
Here we go again. You ready?
Keep the back
Money talks, what the is he saying? Huh? You can't ask his then ask his who's the man. Bro, them get the steppin' like parades about them bands. My little Tinkerbell, cause I'm fly as Peter Pan. Yeah, let's go, get some money, they playin'. Hopped up out this Cybertruck, my wrist cost a lamb. I'm tired of buying cars to my driveway jam. The neighbors still trying to figure out who I am, who I be. To these
Now we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And he was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. they'll start on the ground here on first down. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. That'll go for a gain of...
Energy is contagious. Pick up the bases. One for the ages. Ain't no debates. One for the ages. Ain't no debating. We gonna make it. Hey, back to the basics. Dedicated, breaking out of the matrix. Levitated, flying higher than spaceships. Elevated, celebrated. Woo, woo. Woo, woo. I got the power. Hey, hey. You ain't never seen it like this. You ain't never seen it like this. You ain't never seen it like this. Look at me go. Hey, we about to blow. Act like you know. Hey, we on the road. Look at me go. Hey, bringing it home. We in the zone. Hey, 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 hey. Look at me go. Now you see me, now you don't. If you didn't know, now you know. No, perseverance, my cologne. You can see I got it on. Hold up, wait. Stop. You can meet me at the top. I got the magic like a genie in a bottle, baby. I'ma give you what you want. Hold up, wait, stop. Sign my name on the dot, okay. Man, I'm coming in hot, okay. I gotta give it all I got. Yes, I'm living the dream. I'ma make it for the team. I want the gold and the green. Greatest that you ever seen. I got the power. Woo, woo. I got the power. Hey, hey. You ain't never seen it like this. You ain't never seen it like this. You ain't never seen it like this. Look at me go. Hey, we about to blow. Act like you know. Hey, we on the road. Look at me go. Hey, bringing it home. We in the zone. Hey, 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 hey. Look at me go. Running it up. Running it up. Look at me go. Look at me go. Look at me go. I got the power. Woo, woo. I got the power. Hey, hey. You ain't never seen it like this. You ain't never seen it like this. You ain't never seen it like this. Look at me go. Look at me go. Hey, we about to blow. Act like you know. Hey, we on the road. Look at me go. Hey, bringing it home. We in the zone. Hey, 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 hey. Look at me go. Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another.
Here in the north, the Yaller horn is about to sound and send two teams to battle here at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. The holidays have arrived. Thank you for spending a part of them with us. We're away in Week 16 on EA Sports. He's got a lane up past the 30. A little revenge there from the coverage team after they gave up a pretty nice return. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They pitch it out to him here. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just one.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Throw on third down. St. Brown there to bring it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. Get the fullback involved here. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
The give here on 2nd. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
A 52-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. So the penalty on the return doesn't do them any favors, Brock. A lot more field ahead of them here starting out. Here's a give up the middle. It's a foot race. He's at midfield. The 30. He's at the 10. And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call. Extra point attempt coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys, who won up the opposing field goal, they start with 7 on their opening drive. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50.
This is one of those times, Kate, where special teams have a chance to be special. Right? The opponent goes down and scores a touchdown, and you just know you've got to respond and quell some of the momentum in the building. A return like that, oh, it's off to a great start.
And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Back-to-back carries here. Stuck to the ground, but nothing gained that time, and it brings up 3rd and 7. Setting up a throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. Jukes out a 1-stop, and he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the well again. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, no surprises here. They decline the holding call and hang on to the interception. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
I think that's a case where the defense, well, you forgot to account for the fullback. And I know why. Because they rarely get touches. And boy, do they rarely make big plays like that to the 2nd level.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Sometimes it's not about flash and sizzle, Kate. Sometimes it's about old school football. Give your fullback the ball, and he's going to go get you a couple yards.
Finds a big lane, and he's all the way down to the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Oh, love this. He gets another one. Keep feeding that fullback, baby. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Wrong time to get caught for holding. Backed him up as they'll retry this 1st and goal. They go play action here. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Neither side separating much so far. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. We're ready ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They're hoping to convert here on 2nd and goal. They'll send him up the middle. And he's stopped out at the 16 after a small gain. Just 2 yards there on 2nd and goal, and still a ways to go now on 3rd.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Cut near the goal line. And all he needed was one more stride. He's at the 2-yard line.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
Hey, 4th down, I get it. You want the ball with your biggest playmaker. In a lot of offenses, that's quarterback. They trusted him to run for it, but the defense locked it down.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Oh, try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Vikings get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. The moment you see them look to pass from this close to their own goal line, Brock, it is that defense's goal to hurry him and force a mistake just like that.
Yeah, those guys, they're so sneaky on the back end, Kate. They know the clock is being sped up. They know that the quarterback can feel those footsteps and thinking about a safety. And those defenders just wait for that rush throw, and then they step in, they deliver, and they take the ball away.
Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. He's on the move. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
4th and 3, drive on the line. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. He'll throw it from his own end zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up to the 9-yard line before going down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he can't find the lane before being wrapped up in the line. No gain on second down, and they need 2 here on third.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
And he's brought down for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Starts the return at the 34. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And it's going to be Vikings football. Blown back, it's the handoff. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
At the 44-yard line.
He's dropping back to throw. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I got to be honest with you, Kate. That's an occasion where a drop would have been a whole lot better than a completion. Couldn't find the way back to the line, and it's a rare pass that actually loses yardage.
And the Cowboys bringing on an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. They'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Vikings getting their punt team out. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Got 49 on his first punt. This one looks even longer. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Absolutely crushed that kick, a full 70-yard punt. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. Back now, pressure on its way. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. That one is swatted away, incomplete, but there's a flag down in the secondary, and I think they're going to get somebody here for holding. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
You know, it looked like things fell apart a little bit as he left the pocket, just not on the same page with his targets as they adjusted their routes. And that's really what led to the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing off the play fake here. Vacates quickly left. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. That one is not going to get any easier to watch during film study, Brock. Some chances to go down, but instead opting to keep extending the play. And then all of a sudden, in the end zone for a safety.
Yeah, ultimately, there just comes a time where you've got to understand where you are on the field, right? Hey, I'm trying to make a play. I'm trying to make a play. That's all great in the middle of the field. But when you're in the danger zone like this, and you could give that defense 2 points and energize the other side, you got to know where you are on the field and just get rid of the ball.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 3rd and just 2 to go. Back to throw. He completes it in traffic. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Pass play coming here. Hits his running back. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. St. Brown, the receiver, in motion right. Still sticking with the passing game. That's St. Brown working the sideline, complete. And he's out of bounds, a little short of the 10. They gain 14 on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. From the red zone now. Pass it down close. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. Some good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Cam Little to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings jump in front now by 5. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. One last play before the break. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. An all-around tough play for him. Took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. He has it at the 22. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. He manages 13 on this punt return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Give to the fullback, diving straight ahead. And there wasn't much he could do there. A small gain to the 43. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. They'll try and throw it here. Completed to his running back. They'll have the first down and even more. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Trying the right side. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing from the gun. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
They'll motion him out of the backfield left. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
So out now comes the punter. And they could really use a good one here.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw now. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
3rd and long for him here. Hits him on the out route. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. It's a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm?
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Trying to find his tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that's sure.
He's got it deep downfield. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Completed over the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
First time this game they've looked to him. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
From the gun on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
That one's incomplete over the middle. Defender smart there to get a hand on that one. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. They're throwing it. Buys time, rolling right. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Celebrating a decade in the NFL, he sends it through. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. They'll run here following the penalty. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take a 3rd quarter lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
The Cowboys offense remains on the field. They're going to line up and go for 2 here. They're ready for 2. It's an option right. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. His return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. They've got 1st down from the 31. Throwing it to start this drive. That one's complete right side. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's a give. Fullback headed up the gut. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Yeah, I know you can read your partner right now, Kate. You know I'm smiling because that was a callback to the early days of football when fullbacks, not running backs, they were the one that led the ground game. He didn't stop at a yard or two, He ripped off a nice chunk for them right there.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Playing favorites with the fullback here. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
This is why it's so important not to overcommit to the team's lead runner. It went to a secondary ball carrier, and they cut him down for a big red zone stop.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down. Looking to the air here. He brings it in. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. It's Vikings football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. Now, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. Fullback trying to power it across. And he's in for the touchdown. The Vikings take a 4th quarter lead. Goal line formation, a give to the fullback powering forward. Is that Lorenzo Neal? That Tom Rathman down there, Brock? It doesn't get more old school smash mouth than that.
Yeah, I think you could go back to the early 1900s with no face masks and still find that play, that formation, and yes, sometimes even that touchdown.
And this is caught, so add a couple more to this lead. They've got here in the 4. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Return starts at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
That one vehemently swatted away. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He's trying another one deep. What a dive. I think he caught it. And he'll be touched down after a big play.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Back-to-back carries here. And he's brought down for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run, well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
Cut by the open man. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys now trailed by just a point in the 4th. So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Here's a return from the 7. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. There's a give up the middle. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Well, okay, the 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Slot man in motion left. 2nd and 8. It is cut left side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
He'll throw it. He has the 1st over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Oh, love this. He gets another one. Keep feeding that fullback, baby. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Looking to his fullback now. And this one does not go far.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
Tossing right to the short side. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. 7 yards on the run. That sets up an easily attainable 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Vikings in range for a game-winning score. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Another carry for him. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Into the hands of Walker. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings jump in front late. On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings break that tie, now lead by 7. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. It just couldn't quite find the connection.
Here he is to throw. Hits his running back. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Setting up to pass. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And it sets up 2nd down.
Well, the QB right there, he put it pretty close to the sidelines to begin with. And the defender, well, that was a nice job. Just simply put a hand out there and let me just encourage the ball to fall incomplete.
2nd and 10 now. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Cut out left. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
They'll throw it again. Try and push it deep downfield. He's got it inside the 10. And he drives this forward to the 6.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
That throw doesn't lead to 6. It's 2nd and goal. Still sticking with the passing game. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone. So now, here's 3rd and goal. To throw. And he gets him the touchdown. And now a potential game-deciding play call coming up. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
So a big play for the Cowboys here as they line up for 2.
The Cowboys will line up for
He's throwing for it. And it's incomplete. The defense makes a stand, and they'll keep a 1-point lead with only seconds to play. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use. Less than 25 seconds to go. This onside try is for the game. And the Vikings bring in the onside kick. That should just about do it.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, okay, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. The Vikings into victory formation here as they take a knee.
They could stop the clock down if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're in the timeout, you want to be next to that official, sitting in, just as that knee goes down.
So it's a win for the Vikings. And with this being their 5th consecutive victory, Bob, it's easy to argue they've been the best team in football over the last month. So for my partner, Rob here, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Vikings emerge as winners as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.